Good day, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. This is Joey Stephen from the Polinsys Studios here in Cambridge, Ontario. I'm just going to talk a little bit about permanent residence and migrating to Canada. I sometimes feel or meet families who does not think Canada is open to them because they are not young, or they simply do not understand why another country would like to give them permanent residence. Now, for those of you or for those people, you must understand that Canada is a very large country with over 5 time zones and with a low population. Therefore, it is probable and possible that Canada is looking out for people like you. Let us just discuss some of those migration opportunities in this video. Now, moving to Canada permanently may be done through some of these pathways, and I'm going to explain just 3 of them here. One, the most popular one, is the skilled worker category. Now, the second one, the skilled worker category has both federal and provincial. Okay, the second one is the entrepreneur category, and the entrepreneur category has both a federal entrepreneur category, and provinces have got several provincial entrepreneur categories. At the time of taking this video, there are more than 15 provincial entrepreneur categories, so the opportunities are tremendous. Number 3, education pathway. Again, extremely vibrant, extremely important. Okay, now initially education pathway is through the federal system because you have to apply for the study permit, which is a federal, which comes under federal jurisdiction, and then you have multiple options. Okay, so I'm going to briefly talk about skilled worker category first. Now, if you are employed for the past 2 years in the last 10 years, you are likely to qualify under the skilled worker category. Okay, you need to have a good language skill, which plays an important part. That is, you need to know either French or English, because language determines your resettlement success of the applicant. Okay, now if you are older, you may be disappointed that age reduces your points to have a fair shot with the express entry program for skilled workers offered by the Canadian federal government. Now, this is not always true because sometimes provinces select people from the express entry pool based on category or profession. Okay, so when I say category, it means what profession you are in. And in some cases, it is not dependent on your age. But you will have to have a little bit of luck. Your profession must be in demand occupation in the province, and you must already be in the express entry pool in many cases. In some cases, if your spouse is an entrepreneur, or you or your spouse is in senior management, then you guys must attempt entrepreneur category. Okay, now we are going to discuss entrepreneur category. Now, entrepreneur category will help you with a desire to migrate to Canada, and it is often flexible with age. Canada suddenly feels a desire to invite entrepreneurs from outside into Canada. If you have a good business idea, or if you are currently a successful entrepreneur in your home country, then Canada has some very attractive entrepreneur options both at federal and provincial levels. Okay, now entrepreneurs must have a certain level of personal or business asset worth and must also be willing to invest in a business in Canada. So these are preconditions which you must keep in mind. Many provincial options do not have an age restriction. Therefore, some senior managers whose opportunity is reduced with the skilled worker program just because their age might attempt to approach entrepreneur migration if their intent is to move away from employment to start their own venture. Of course, starting your new venture in Canada opens your business to North American market. So entrepreneur opportunities are extremely popular these days, and it is something you may want to explore. Now we are briefly going to discuss about education pathway. Okay, young students or those with little experience or who are young may attempt to do a course in Canada, an educational program in Canada, and migrate based on the Canadian Experience class, which is for people with work experience in Canada. Now, this work experience is derived when the work permit it is derived from the work permit which you get after you study in Canada, and depends on the work permit period depends on the period of study and the institutions you study in. Some of the secrets of education pathway is for young couples who are married. The spouse can join their student spouse in Canada on an open work permit, which allows them to work full time. For single students, you must be careful to understand immigration regulations to capitalize on the education pathway, and Polensis has several free seminars in Canada which you can attend and update your knowledge. If you or your family feels overwhelmed with the immigration process or opportunities, please speak to your local Polensis team, and your Polensis team will be glad to assist. There could be something for most, but for some, Canada may not be the destination you may want to pursue. But fortunately for all of us, this is only a limited number of people. Okay? The only way to find out for all of you is to do your evaluation with your Polensis team. Adios and good luck.